Ma'am, I think now we are able to go.
Yeah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mohammad Ibrahim, Secretary Advertisement, Law Student Council, Pakistan, and I will be your host for today's insightful session. On the behalf of Law Student Council, Pakistan, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to all of you for joining us. Your presence is truly appreciated and valued. Today's session is on the topic of earning opportunities for law students in the digital world. Without a doubt, it will prove to be beneficial and productive for all of us. Ladies and gentlemen, now it is my privilege to introduce to you our esteemed guest for today's session. We have Honorable Advocate Sana Riaz with us today. Ms.Sana Riaz has worked for Khushhali Microfinance Bank Limited as a law and litigation officer as well as corporate and research investigation. She is currently the corporate and legal manager at Kinonah IT Consulting Services and a level 2 seller at Fiverr. Ms.Sana holds a Master of Law degree from the prestigious International Islamic University, Islamabad, with a focus on international law and legal studies. Complementing her academic achievements, she also boasts a Bachelor of Sharia and Law degree from the same esteemed institution. It is also shared with you that Ms.Sana Riaz has an honorable alumni of the Law Student Council, Pakistan. Madam Sana Riaz has an honorable alumni of the Law Student Council, Pakistan, as well as retired as the president of Law Student Council, Women. We are honored to have an honorable alumni and renowned experts with us today to enlighten us with her wisdom and knowledge. Welcome, ma'am. We are really thankful to you for joining us your precious time.
Thank you so much, Ibrahim, for the kind introduction. I am also delighted to be here today on this webinar, especially for the Law Student Council. It is a matter of utmost happiness for me. Thank you so much for inviting me here.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we shall move towards our session now. Ma'am, I would like to begin the session by asking that first question: what types of digital earning opportunities do you believe are available for law students?
Okay, thank you so much, Ibrahim. So it is a very important question to begin with. So first of all, I would like to tell that there are a lot of opportunities for the law students as well as for the fresh graduates when they graduate from the university. So this is the traditional way of earning for the lawyers, as we all know. We are being taught in the universities that you are going to be a lawyer and you have to practice in the courtrooms, right? So this is not it. There are other avenues for earning for the law students as well as for the fresh graduates, especially when we talk about the corporate sector. And the corporate sector is not only the physical jobs like going to the office and working over there. It also includes all the digital platforms that we have, especially in this digital era where we have so many freelance platforms, where we are having the virtual law firms, when we are having the websites and the blogs for to work on for the law students. So we are not being taught in our universities about these platforms. So this is very crucial and important topic to discuss and to give knowledge about these platforms to our aspiring lawyers and the fresh graduates. So for me, and as per my expertise, since last 5 years, I have worked on so many digital platforms, like freelance platforms, like on the website. I used to write the blog, so students can first of all go for the freelance platforms, and they can earn from there. Like if students do not know about the laws and procedures of different countries, but they can harness their skills over the contract drafting and reviewing. They can do the creative writing, blog writing. They can do research for the law firms. They can do the content writing of other types for the websites, especially for the websites of the law firms. So there are a lot of opportunities in the digital era for the law students, especially and for the fresh graduates to work on and to earn from. So and there are other things as well, like you can students can find internships and other jobs on the LinkedIn in different other countries, like in USA and UK. We have so many paralegal firms who are working virtually and offering internships and the job opportunities to the law students as well as to the fresh graduates. So this is also an area which is not the students do not know about this area. So basically, so yes, these are the areas of earning for the law students.
Light
I can
and
hear you.
opportunities for law students.
Sorry, yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Very amazing for putting light on earning opportunities for law students. Moving forward to the next question, can you tell us about the online platform that offer freelance legal research writing or consulting opportunities for law students?
Yes, sure. So we have three main platforms. So I recommend all the three platforms. Like first is Upwork. We have Upwork. You can find a lot of content writing, legal research, contract drafting, and other similar type of the jobs on the Upwork, and you can submit your proposals and find a very good job. Sometimes you can get an internship, and you can get a long lasting job, permanent job. Even I got one of my permanent job on Upwork. So that was in Saudi Arabia, and I was being paid in dollars. Can you hear me, Ibrahim? Hello, can you hear me?
Ma'am, I think there is network issue to you. Your voice is not clear, ma'am.
I think there is a connection problem. Can you hear me properly, Ibrahim?
Yes, yes.
Can you hear me, Ibrahim?
Ma'am, I think there is network issue to you.
Can you hear me properly now?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Now you
so
are
I'm so
visible.
sorry, there was a connection issue. So we were talking about the earning platforms. So I was telling you that the first one is Upwork, which is very important. You can get the permanent job over here, being a student even, and for the fresh graduates, it is very important. And second one is the Fiverr. You can make your own gigs, like if you are specialized in the content writing, if you're specialized in contract drafting, if you're specialized in your skills. Like everybody has its own skills, right? So everybody knows if I talk about myself, I know that I am very good at contract drafting, so I will create gigs for my skills. Okay, so I can sell my skills to the people sitting in USA, UK. Even sometimes the law firms approach you, paralegal firms approach you, and they seek your services. Like they hire you for their projects. So third one is the freelancer is the mixture of both Fiverr and Upwork. The user interface is quite easy on freelancer as well. So these three websites are very user friendly, and you can easily find your jobs over here. So other important platforms are like LinkedIn. So if someone knows how to use LinkedIn properly through the filters, you can find better jobs like internships as well as the permanent jobs through LinkedIn by using filters properly. Like you can find the remote jobs worldwide and as per your skills. So there are thousands of jobs you can apply for, and you can find your desired job. And the most important thing that I want to mention over here is students, and especially the law students, are so eager to find a job that they get disappointed very easily. So patience and determination is the key. So when you are using these platforms, sorry, when you're using these platforms, so you have to be very patient and determined that it can take 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months, or maybe 6 months to find a good project. Once you get the project and you get the good review on that project, you can start getting more projects or on your gigs or on your profile. So yes, I cannot hear you. I guess you are on mute.
Very well articulated, ma'am. Thank you for that. Moving forward to the next question, ma'am, do you think the digital world provides more flexibility for law students to earn income alongside their studies?
Yes, of course. Because even alongside your studies, you're talking about just studies, I can say that I used digital platforms alongside my studies when I was doing LLM, and with the physical job in Pakistan. So I was doing a physical job in Pakistan, I was doing my LLM, and I was using these platforms to earn extra money, all simultaneously. So you can, it is very flexible. Like you get the project and you give the timeline to your client. Like if I give my example, that I will tell the client that it will take 3 days to deliver this project. Then I have a lot of time during these 3 days. I can do that job during night, I can do that job during my free time, I can do that job during the weekend, and it is that flexible. So students can easily work on these platforms during their free time, and they can earn extra money alongside their studies. So yes, Ibrahim.
Thank you, ma'am. Very informative. Ma'am, have you encountered challenges while seeking digital earning opportunities? If yes, please elaborate.
As I told you before, that for the digital platforms and earning through the digital platforms, patience and determination is the key. Of course, sometimes it take a day to find a good job or first project, and sometimes it takes months and years to make your profile. So you mentioned that I am a level 2 seller at Fiverr. I have been the top rated seller. I was the only top rated seller on Fiverr in Pakistan. I was demoted to level 2 seller because of some reasons, but uh, the journey it took me to that level is 5 years. I started my freelancing in 2018. It took me 6 months to get my first project of $35 only, and then it took me 5 years to reach that top rated seller badge on Fiverr. So it takes long time and determination and patience, and things never remain the same in the digital digital side of the earning. It fluctuates. Like sometimes you are earning more than your expectations, and sometimes you are earning below your mark. So patience is the key. So yes, it takes time for some, and it takes no time for some, and it depends on the luck, I would say. We cannot determine the time, exact time, that in which bracket you will be getting your first project. So it is very hard to get the first project. And yes, the communication is the key, because in the digital platforms you are getting projects from the clients around the world. Like mostly are from the USA, UK, because the legal services are very expensive in UK, USA, and Canada. So you are getting projects from those countries, and there the clients first of all get impressed by your way of communication. Because if you can convince the client sitting in the USA, you can easily get the project. If you cannot convince the client through the communication, that yes, even though you have skills, you are not the technical person, that the client will rely on your technical skills and give you the project. You are a lawyer, and they want to know how much knowledge that you have. So you have to convince through the communication that you will be delivering the best quality document, because they are going to appear in the court with that document. They are going to submit that. So communication is the key, I would say, in a nutshell. You have to work on your communication. It will be difficult, but it is not impossible. You have to be patient, you have to be determined, you have to keep on going and applying for multiple jobs, thousands or maybe thousands of jobs, then you will be getting your first job. So it's not impossible, but yes, it is, it takes time and obviously patience.
Thank you, ma'am. Really impressive. Moving
Thank
forward,
you.
ma'am, are there any specific skills like legal writing, contract drafting, online dispute resolution that you believe are in demand in the digital job market for law students?
Yes, of course. In the digital market, I would say that you should work uh, on your, like, I don't want to specify in a specific area of polishing your skills. I would say that you should work on your drafting skills first. Even though you are doing a physical job, even you are doing a digital job, you are virtually helping any law firm or paralegal firm, you are virtually helping any client, you need to be well versed at your drafting. Okay, so the drafting is key. You have to there are a lot of courses available online, like the completion of your degree, graduation degree, so that your drafting is very good. And once you get any job, with the time, when you start working, you keep on polishing your skills and keep on learning more things, right? So this is the most important thing, drafting. And other things are, yes, in our, in Pakistan especially, most of the students do not think that working on their skills on MS Office is not that relevant, because they are a lawyer, they don't have to do anything with it. So your grip on Microsoft PowerPoint, whether it's PowerPoint, it's Word, it's Excel, it's Teams or anything, like you have to have a grip on the MS Office. Then obviously you have to know about how to do good research, how to use internet to do your research, how to use the websites for the case laws, like we have in my law site in Pakistan, so we have case text in USA, so we have another platform in UK. So you have to know about all these websites, and
Ma'am, I think there is network issue. Your voice is not clear.
so okay, so I was not audible am I audible enough now?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, so I was telling that you talked about the tools and the skills. I told you that the contract draft is contract or any kind of drafting skills, the skills on the softwares like Microsoft Office and other softwares that relates to drafting, and the skills on the research, and skills to use the platforms like Pakistan Law Site and similar websites in other countries like USA, UK, and Canada. If you polish your skills in using all these websites, platforms, and and you have polished your skills in drafting, obviously you can easily get the projects, and you can even earn. Even if you're talking to a client, for example, you got the client and you have started talking to that client, you can simultaneously do the research and on their answers, or sorry, questions, and give them best possible answer through the research if you are very good at research.
Thank you, ma'am, for the explanation. Moving forward to the next question. Ma'am, are there any specific areas of law that you think are well suited for the digital world and freelancing?
For the freelancing and digital work, the most important area is the corporate law. You should, I would recommend if someone is, especially the female lawyers who want to work from home, being a lawyer and not leaving the field. So they should opt for the corporate law. Corporate law, it includes everything like about the and especially the only the corporate companies are on the on these platforms. They freelance the work and they outsource the work to the freelance lawyers. So you should opt for the corporate law. You should opt for the contract law, and that's it. These two laws. And especially this is not it. You can also get projects related to the civil cases, criminal cases. I don't know if the students know it or not. And the clients in USA and UK appear as a pro se, like they appear without the lawyer in the court because lawyers are very expensive. So what they do, they get their documents drafted by the freelance lawyers, like they get their lawsuits and motions drafted by the freelance lawyers and appear in the court by themselves by submitting those documents. So I won't say that corporate law and contract law is only feel that students can opt for earning in the digital on the digital platforms, but also the lawyers who have knowledge of civil law and criminal law of different countries. Obviously, in United States, every state has different law. In UK, UK has a different law. In Canada, Canada has a different law. So in Canada, every province has some kind of laws that are different than other provinces. So you have to be very well researched, and whether it's civil, criminal, related to all the fields of law. So it is not there is no specific law, but very important, the area which in which you can get most of the work is corporate contract law.
Thank you, ma'am. Really very informative. Moving forward to the next question. Ma'am, how do you envision the future of digital earning opportunities for law students?
Sorry, Ibrahim, your voice was not clear. Can you please repeat?
Ma'am, my question is that how do you envision the future of digital earning opportunities for law students?
We are moving toward the digital. We are moving towards the digital era, obviously. So, after COVID, you have seen how the world has evolved. We have gone remote. We have gone hybrid on hybrid, system. So, physical offices and physical type of work is, you can. I can foresee that physical work will be no longer required.
Ma'am, you are not audible.
Ibrahim, can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am, you are not audible before.
Actually, there was internet. The area where I am right now, the internet is very weak here. So, what was the question? Sorry. You're on mute.
Okay. How do you envision the future of digital earning opportunities for law students? Am I audible, ma'am? Ma'am, am I audible?
Okay. Am I audible enough now, Ibrahim? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, you are audible now.
Ibrahim, can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am. Now you are audible.
Okay. So I was telling you that as we know that after COVID, things are going digital very rapidly. So there are law firms and paralegal firms already have started working digitally, and especially if we talk about USA and Canada and UK, there are so many small claims courts that are already working digitally, and even the hearings are taking place digitally, even in the Saudi Arabia. So there are so many countries where in the even the courts have started working digitally, and
Ladies and gentlemen, our speaker seems to be facing some internet issues, but no worries at stay tuned. She will back with us as soon as she is resolved the issue.
Hi, Ibrahim. I'm really sorry. It is so embarrassing.
It's okay. We can now you are audible, ma'am.
Okay, that's great. So, I was telling you that even in different countries, the courts have gone digital in so many areas. So, the future of lawyering and future of law or legal profession is. Going towards the digital side. So you will be having the law firms working digitally. You will be having the paralegal firms working digitally. So you can get the jobs digitally. I'm not talking about the corporate sector, but I'm talking about the legal side, completely on the legal side. So if the young lawyers are tech pro, like if they have the command on technology, they can even start their legal law firms virtually. So it is very easy, and you can sell your services digitally. You can have your own website, and you can start marketing your services, and you can get the work digitally on your websites and on your blogs. Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Truly impressive. Now, moving
You're welcome.
forward, would you like to share any personal experiences or success stories related to earning opportunities in digital world?
If I talk about the success stories, I can give some examples of my friends, as well as of myself as well. So I got two of my jobs through Fiverr. One is from Fiverr and one is from Upwork. And they are so. I'm so sorry. If we talk about others, I know my friends who started working on Fiverr with the guidance. I provided them guidance. So studying over there, and she got she's working as well over there in a paralegal firm. So there are a lot more obviously success stories, but I can only quote my own. I'm working with a IT another consultation company in Dubai. Both are paying me very well, and I'm doing this side by side with my physical job. And obviously, there are other projects as well that I got from time to time on Fiverr and Upwork in last 5 years.
Thank you, ma'am. Very
Yes, Ibrahim.
impressive. Moving forward, ma'am, are there any specific
Thank you.
softwares, tools, or platforms that you recommended for law students to manage their digital
I cannot hear you,
legal
Ibrahim.
projects? And ma'am, am I audible now?
correctly? Can you hear me, Ibrahim?
Yes, ma'am. You are
Uh,
audible.
okay, so can we hop on to the next question?
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, my next question is, how much can a law student can earn from digital world?
So it's a it's a sacred question. So I can give you a bracket. A law student with middle level skills and not much experience can earn 1,000 to 2,000 US dollar per month, but a very skilled lawyer can earn more than it per month, and it can go up to four, five, $6,000, but it depends on how much work you get. I again say it never remains the same. Some months you get a lot of work, in some months you get very less work, and if you get the opportunity like a permanent job in any country and you are getting paid in US dollars, so you are lucky. So you will be getting up to 3,000, 4,000 per month, like in as a permanent employee of that company, and you can also work as a freelancer on Fiverr and Upwork alongside, because you are working remotely. So it depends on how much work you get, and it depends on how uh, with which company are you working, and it depends on multiple factors. So this is the bracket, and you can even earn more than it if you are being hired on site by that company. Yeah.
Very great, ma'am. It is, I think, too much for a law student. So,
Yeah, of course.
ma'am, your your expertise are evident. Thank you, ma'am. All right, so I am done with my questions, and if you are so politely allow, ma'am, can we take questions from our audience?
Yes,
Ma'am,
of
am I
course. Why
audible?
not?
All right.
So Mr. Bakar Ahmed is saying that, ma'am, can you please highlight how companies measure standards of applicants through our profile, as we can maximize our chances to be hired? So, Bakar, there are a lot of factors that matter. Being a fresh graduate, nothing matters, because you are a fresh graduate and you are going for the experience for the first time. So we think that volunteering in law student council and participating in competitions, that will impress the employer. No, at all, not at all. So the thing which matters is your communication in the interview. If you are being interviewed by the employer, they will first of all say, being a lawyer, I'm telling you, what they will see in a lawyer is how they talk, how much knowledge they have in the law, in the corporate law, and your skills in the softwares like Microsoft Office, because these are the things that matters for a fresh graduate. Nothing else matters. Like if I won multiple debates in my university, and I won MUN, and I won moot court competition in the university, I being the president and active participant in law student council, that does not matter at all for being hired in in any corporate law firm or even the corporate companies. So first of all, work on your language and on your communication, your confidence, your way of delivering your ideas, and your skills on the softwares, and obviously your research skills, and just that. But when you obviously when you have worked in one organization, you are being hired just on the basis of your years of experience in that particular field. Okay, Mr. Hassan is asking,
Uh,
what are the key challenges and benefits associated with remote work and freelancing for law students within the digital sphere, and how can they effectively navigate these dynamics to maximize their earning potential? So, challenges are a lot. Obviously, there are. So the first and foremost challenge is your knowledge of using these platform, your skills, and obviously your way of convincing your clients to get the first project. Okay, so when you get your first project and you start your journey in the freelancing, then in the way you get challenges, like sometimes you get some work, and because sometimes even if I talk about myself, I used to get every kind of work, which is not necessary, which should not be like this. We should not get all kinds of work. We should only get the work which we think that we can deliver in equality. Okay, so when we get the work, then we realize that we cannot do it actually. So that what does that mean? The client will not be happy. Ultimately they will be leaving a bad review, and your profile will be going, down the earth, and will never be coming back, and will be appearing in the client search, in the search of that platform. So these are the challenges and benefits. Obviously there are a lot of benefits. We learn a lot, not just about the law of Pakistan, we learn about the law of different countries. If you talk to me about the law of USA, Canada, UK, I will tell you everything about it. I can give you legal advice, because I have researched a lot along alongside my work. When I get the project, I do research on that, and obviously ultimately I get the knowledge from that. So knowledge is the benefit, earning is the benefit, and obviously other things are the challenges, like getting your first project, and convincing your client, and other things like hopping onto the project which you are not capable of doing it perfectly. So yes. Okay, next question is, what ethical consideration should lawyer keep in mind when working in digital work? Again, Talha, I will say that do not hop onto the project which you think you are not capable of doing. It is something deceiving your client. Basically, this is not ethical. So you are convincing your client that you can deliver a best quality document, and you are not capable of it. You are just getting that project because you're thinking that you will be getting paid for it. Obviously you will be getting paid for it, and sometimes you are not even client get the refund. But this is the waste of time of the client. This is a waste of money of the client, and this is obviously the waste of trust of your client on you. And obviously your profile will be getting affected by that review. So you cannot do these kind of unethical things on these platforms, because we think that we are sitting remotely and we can get the project, we are getting paid, and we can just deceive the client and move on. No, that's not. You're a lawyer and you have to be very ethical about it. Okay, Mr. Shahir is saying that, in what way can law students strike a balance between pursuing traditional legal career paths and exploring diverse digital earning opportunities? And what skills and mindsets are crucial for them to successfully navigate this market? Okay, Shahid, I would say the person who is going traditional, who is pursuing traditional legal career as well as the digital career, is the best one who can get most out of the digital career. Because if you are very good at the traditional legal side, because you know that what the court procedure is almost same in all the countries. So you know the court, what the court procedure is, you know how to draft the legal documents, you know how to talk to the clients, you know how to convince the client, and get the project. You know everything about digital side. The only difference is that you are talking are same, and you're talking about the balance. So I told you that digital side is very flexible. You can work at night, you can, and in different countries, from where you get most of the work is USA, UK, and Canada has the time difference between us. So we work in Pakistan. If you're pursuing your traditional legal career, you work in Pakistan during the daytime, and you can work for your US clients during evening time or night time, because they have the time difference. But obviously again, you have to keep the work life balance also. uh, yes, any other question? Bakar Ahmed is saying, ma'am, we do believe maximum optimization of our profile is necessary to get orders. How can we do one page and off page optimization? I don't know about the off-page optimization, but I do know the on-page optimization. You have to first of all, you have to talk about it with the SEO expert. But as far as my information is concerned, because I do also do SEO optimization of my gigs and my profile, you have to use the relevant tags. Like if I am expert at contract drafting, I will use the relevant tags to be on the search of the client. Like I will use contract, I will use agreement, I will use contract lawyer, I will use lawyer, like I will use legal term. So all these tags are most search tags in on the digital platforms by the client. So if you are using the relevant tags, like for example, students and the fresh graduates do a big mistake. They do what they do, they think that we have made a profile and we can sell content writing uh, as well, and we can sell the legal writing as well. No, you have to be very specific in your profile. If you are a contract lawyer, make a profile of only contract lawyer. If you're a criminal and civil lawyer, you just make a profile for that. If you're good at trademark and patent registration, you have to make gigs specifically for that. Don't just generalize your profile, don't just generalize your gigs. Be specific and put the tags which are relevant to your gig, not all the tags. So this is optimization for me. Okay, Mr. Ahmed Qureshi is saying, considering the growth of online dispute resolution mechanisms, what roles can law students play in assisting with virtual mediation and arbitration processes, and how can they transform these opportunities in viable sources of income? I'm really sorry, Ahmed Qureshi, I'm not into arbitration and I have never worked in it. But what I do know is dispute resolution, online dispute resolution is very famous in US and UK. So if you are pursuing your career in dispute resolution side, there is a you know there is a lot to explore in it. So because I haven't worked in it, so I cannot give you explanation on your question. Thank you.
Thank you
Mr.
so much,
Jawad is
ma'am.
saying that, ma'am, if US client, you're welcome. Okay.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I think time is it is too much, so we are going to conclude. Ladies and gentlemen, as we come to close of today's webinar, I want to express my sincerest gratitude to our esteemed guest speaker, Advocate Ms.Sana Riaz. Ma'am, your expertise and passion have inspired us all and to think deeper and explore new avenues in the legal field. Ma'am,
Thank you.
before finally Ma'am, thank you, welcome. Ma'am, before we finally conclude, is there any message you would like to share with us and students and graduates who are watching this session as key takeaway for future?
Yes, of course. I have a message that I know this time for the last year law students and, of course, the fresh graduates, it is very difficult. And it is difficult for everyone who is going through it. So never disappoint and never give up. Just keep exploring the avenues, just keep exploring the things, and you will be finally finding your way out. And obviously, the digital side is the easiest way to find a very good paying job, being a fresh graduate and a law student, because the clients you find on the digital, they don't ask you for your years of experience, your background and everything. They just want to know how do you have experience, do you have
Thank you so much, ma'am. Once again, for insightful words will resonate with us as we continue to dive
Ibrahim,
deeper into
can
this
you hear
topic.
me?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible. Thank you so much, ma'am, once again for your insightful words will resonate with us as we continue to dive deeper into this topic. We look forward to collaborating and learning from you in the future as well.
Thank you so much, Ibrahim. Thank you so much for inviting me and letting me share my knowledge with everyone. I hope it was of any help to any one of you.